Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Deskside Chats podcast presented by the City of Northport. My name is Madison Heid, and I'm the Deputy Communications Manager for the city. Everyone has a story, right? In this podcast, I'll be learning the stories of our employees right here in the City of Northport. Join me as I chat with folks from all walks of life across departments and divisions. We're building a community of unity. Get to know the staff working for you every day. Now let's lean in and chat Deskside. I'm really grateful I was able to chat with Kaitlyn Stelzer today before she becomes president. This woman has earned her master's degree and has ambitions to be in public service leadership in the future. As a bonus, we also get to learn about her past life as an Irish dancer. This is a bit of a chaotic episode. It's a little all over the place, but it's also a super fun one. So I hope you enjoy. Hey, Kaitlyn.
Hey, Madison.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah.
In our fun little podcast. So, as per usual with everyone else, let's actually start off with what is your position here at the city?
I am the Business Services Coordinator for the Economic Development Division.
That's a lot of words for a title.
Sure is.
I love, but I got it. I'm the same.
Yeah.
Deputy Communications Manager and Fire Public Information Officer.
Yeah, you just keep going.
Right. No breaks. So let's start from the beginning, Kaitlyn. This is kind of what I do with everybody. So are you a Florida native?
I am a Florida native, and I was born and raised in Venice, so I'm very local.
You are very local.
Yes.
Okay. So what was it like as a kid growing up in this area?
It was awesome. I
Yeah.
loved it. We did a lot of boating and just being outside and doing all those things, so that was really fun to grow up here. Very small town vibes. Yeah, coastal beach town.
Right. Yeah, that's super fun.
Yeah.
I did not live in a coastal beach town, as you know, because you have family in Wisconsin, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So you go up there and visit too.
The Arctic tundra, very cold.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right. So then I know that your overall ambition is to be a city manager, which is awesome. So when did that ambition start? When were you thinking of how did you get into the local government or government in general?
Yeah. So I got into it because my mom was the city clerk in Venice forever. She was there for 32 years. So I kind of saw her side of it. I didn't want to do her job specifically because on Bring Your Child to Work Day, she handed me a big stack of papers. I was in 4th grade, and she was like, I need you to count all of these. It was 200 pieces of paper for a public records request, and I was like, I never want to do your job. This is terrible.
So you rolled out clerk pretty
Yeah, that
early
one
on.
I was like, no thank you.
Yeah,
It's a great job, you do great things, but not
Right.
for me.
Yes.
And then in college, I majored in political science.
And where did you go?
At UCF in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that. I'm really interested in government and politics and how it all works and everything. And then I discovered the public administration minor just because I had to have enough credits to graduate. And I was
Okay.
like, what interests me? So I ended up doing a minor in public administration and business administration because I wasn't quite sure which route I was going to like more or kind of go.
Wow, so you just went for both.
Yeah. So I just did both of them. I liked both of them, but the public administration side was a lot more interesting to me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I then discovered that you can get a master's degree in it, and that's what people in higher up in local government typically have to attain those positions. And so I went for it because I kind of knew that public service was where I wanted to go.
Right.
Just because it's helping your community, it's making a difference, and it's all for the people that you serve and represent and everything. So it was really cool. So that's kind of how I found it and then continued on and kind of ended up where I am.
Right. Yeah. So you ended up in economic development.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is your goal to, obviously, are you going to want to, how am I going to word this? I'm not saying you're going to be leaving your job, but you're in economic development. Are you going to want to ever, in the future, try out other departments and kind of fill out your
I would love to. I think getting as much knowledge from different areas is really helpful. So the more I can learn throughout the city, the better off I'll be later on when I hopefully do become a city manager, like long term.
Yeah.
Just knowing how different pieces work and how they interact and who needs to talk to who, and just kind of that whole system that you don't necessarily, you don't learn it in school. You learn how an organization kind of should work, but that's not, nothing is ever in a textbook as that. So,
no way. Yeah, like each city or jurisdiction is different.
Each one works differently, has different organization, has different people, has different challenges or priorities and everything.
Right, absolutely. So I am just like, I'm overwhelmed by all the things that you have done. And you are younger than me, and I need to catch up and figure out things to do. So let's talk about the job that you're in right now. So what do you do, like, what do you focus on in economic development in your position?
So I focus on our day-to-day administrative operations, and then on top of that, I help with our projects and everything that we do too. So it's everything from our budget to purchasing things to setting up our meetings, and then also talking to our businesses and interested companies that want to come here and getting them the answers and resources that they need.
Right.
While also responding to our current local businesses and giving them also those resources.
Sure.
So kind of connections and making sure that everything flows in the right path and at the right time, and keep everything going.
Right. And that sounds like, well, that's what you would be also doing as a city manager, and it sounds like a lot of that stuff would also go with you to that type of position. Yeah. And so for being a city manager, would you want to be, are you open to going anywhere? Like,
yes, but I would love to stay here and local and in this area just because I've been here, I love it. The people are great. The area is great. Mm-hmm. I would love to stay here, but I know that with that profession, you typically do have to move around, and you have to be able to pick up and move. And yeah, it's kind of it's an interesting job to have, and it can be really hard on families, and kind of that whole flow can be challenging.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it seems like you're up for the task. You're really readying yourself so far.
I think so far. I don't know. When we get further down the line, it might change, but for now.
There's always going to be new things, but for now, it sounds like you're heading down like an awesome track to be super prepared as a city manager. So let's exit work now. We're going to go into, I'm springing this on you.
Okay.
That you used to do Irish dance.
Yeah.
So we're going to exit work. We're going to go into, outside of work. So tell me, how long did you do that?
I did Irish dance from 3rd grade all through college. So I did my last competition the year that I graduated from UCF, so 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, so a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to travel around a lot for that?
We traveled a lot. I got to see some really cool places. Once you get to a certain level, you start to go to the nationals and the qualifying competitions. So we went to New Orleans a couple times, which was really fun. We went to Anaheim, California. Where was it? Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, cool.
We went to Montreal, DC a couple times, and we always kind of made a trip out of it.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
It was really fun. I got to see some cool places and meet some awesome people.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I'm guessing your family got to come along for all that too. So do you have any siblings?
I have a half-brother and a half-sister that are both quite a bit older than me.
Gotcha.
Got like a 16-year age gap.
Okay. So they probably weren't along on those trips.
No, they didn't really go on those.
Okay.
No. It was mostly me and my mom would travel, so we'd do girls' weekends and kind of hang out. And then on the bigger ones for nationals, it would be like our summer vacation, because that's always the week of 4th of July. That is always when it is.
I see.
So
interesting for Irish dancing.
Yes, very, very interesting choice, but
it is an interesting choice.
The Worlds is always the week of Easter. So, I mean, you go to Ireland or
convenient.
Scotland for those, which I never got to go to, unfortunately, but they go to those the week of Easter, which is kind of odd.
Why are they picking holiday weeks? They're just trying to mess with. Oh, I was going to say mess with America's Easter is not just in America. Whoops. So, how did you get involved in it in the first place?
So I danced at Attitudes in Dance in Venice since I was in like preschool or kindergarten, doing the typical ballet, tap, jazz, all of that. And there was a teacher there that was doing Irish dance, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, Mom, that's really cool. And she was kind of like, are you sure? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it looks cool. It looks fun. Like, I want to try it. So I tried it, and I loved it. It was super fun. And I got involved then in, like, 3rd grade. And then I didn't start competing until I was probably in middle school.
Okay.
So that's kind of when I started getting more into it.
Right. And it's a lot of legs and no arms.
Oh, yeah. No arms. Keep your arms at your side.
Arms are glued.
Arms are glued to your side. It's all your feet, all your legs.
Right.
I have no upper body strength.
But I'm sure a ton of lower body strength, right?
Yep.
Oh, my God. I can only imagine. All right. So that was part of your life for a long time. But now let's fast forward to now. What kind of things do you like to do outside of work these days?
I just like to hang out with my friends that are still here. I like to, I don't know, check out different parks with my fiance and our dog, and just do fun stuff like that. Nothing too structured, nothing too intense.
Right.
I don't really have like a set hobby right now that I'm like, oh, I love to knit. Like I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
After going through school so much, I kind of loved the break of not having to do that.
Right.
So I'm kind of embracing that. Even
Yeah,
though,
because that was not too long ago.
no, so I'm embracing the not having to have deadlines for papers outside of work or whatever I'm doing.
Right.
So it's kind of nice just to have that time to relax.
Just to
even
chill.
though it's not really chill because I'm planning a wedding.
Oof.
So
yeah.
I guess that takes up most of my
Planning a
time.
wedding. Goodness gracious, and congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way.
Thanks.
So, how is it going? How's the wedding planning going?
It's going pretty well, actually.
Yeah?
Nothing too crazy has happened where I'm like freaking out, which is good. I'm not like bridezilla, at least.
Right.
That's
Okay,
what people tell me. They're like, oh, no, you're pretty calm and everything's good, and so it's going well. There's, I think, 52 days to go.
Oh my gosh.
So the countdown
That's
is
fly by.
on. Yeah, countdown is on.
Yeah.
Dress is being altered. Everything.
It's getting real.
Everything's happening.
Yeah.
We're gonna go get our marriage license soon.
Oh my God.
That part I got
so
like.
excited.
I was like, oh my gosh, we can actually do that
Right?
now.
Oh, that's so exciting. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And you and your fiance both in public service too.
We are, yeah. So he's a firefighter for Sarasota County. So we both have that public service mentality.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you don't have a set hobby, and I'm not calling it out because I don't either. I don't at all. But are you a Netflix person? Are you a streaming person? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is one of the things that I ask people. We're going to kind of roll into that.
Mm-hmm.
So what show right now is like the thing that you're into?
Right now, I'm rewatching New Girl.
Okay.
So that is my current one. But I also love Bravo reality TV.
So does my mom.
Like Below Deck, so good.
Below Deck is my mom's
Highly
show.
recommend.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I've seen several
Yeah.
episodes because of my mom,
Yep.
and
Love that one.
that's drama. That's it's
great.
And if listeners have not watched Below Deck, it is these people that work on these fancy boats
Yeah.
where fancy people pay to go on little charters.
Yeah, it's
And drama ensues.
high dollar vacations.
Right.
It's great.
That's so fun.
I love watching other people's lives that aren't mine.
Yeah. That's like reality TV in a nutshell, right? That's why everybody loves it.
It's a
You
great
can-
escape.
Yeah, because a lot of the times it's drama that you're like, thank God this isn't me.
Exactly.
Or like trapped on a boat.
Right. That's
I cannot imagine. Okay, so love that. Love the reality TV. So do you have like a favorite movie of all time? Some people do, some people don't.
Oh yeah. Miss Congeniality.
That's a great answer.
I have watched it so many times.
That's so fun. I love that movie.
Sandra Bullock is great.
Yes,
I
she
love
is.
her.
And Michael Caine, right?
I don't know.
He's the
Is he the guy?
coach guy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think.
I know who you're saying.
I'm not a movie buff. The one where he's talking about her masticating. What is it?
Yeah.
That
when she's eating the steak.
Yes,
and, like,
right. Like chewing it with her.
And then her pint of Ben and Jerry's.
Right.
Yeah.
Something about her wide open trap or something. Yep. That started off like it was going to sound bad. There's no going back now. So now we're getting towards the holidays. Mm-hmm. So now I have new questions to ask for the holiday season.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite holiday movie?
Elf is probably a high up one. That's just a classic. I also really like watching the Harry Potter movies around the holidays.
So good.
I don't know why, because they're really not Christmas movies, but they always play them around Christmas.
Right, but like the first one especially, they show the place dressed up for the holidays.
And that's kind of the only reason it kind of fits.
Right.
But I just really like watching them around Christmas
It's just
time.
cozy.
It is.
For some reason.
It is.
And I think people, I was going to say our age, but I'm not your age, but like that generation, like we kind of grew up with them. At least I did. I'm the same age as those characters, so it's like,
it's sentimental.
It's the nostalgia.
And it just it feels good to watch them.
It does, definitely. And then this is going to be an out of left field one. Favorite holiday scent? Do you have one?
Christmas trees.
Oh yeah, like the fresh balsam or whatever.
Yes, that candle is my favorite candle. I have it saved under my sink to break out around Christmas time, and it will be burning nonstop.
Yep, that is exactly.
The Yankee Candle one is the best.
Oh, I did Bath and Body Works.
That one's pretty good too.
But
they just smell so good.
That's a great choice.
So good.
I have that in like peppermint sugar cookie or something.
I do love peppermint also.
Yeah, I like the twisted peppermint one at Bath and Body Works. It's really good. Anyway, that's plug.
I will have to smell that one. Yeah.
All right, so I guess those are my 2 holiday questions for you. The last question, which I ask everybody, is favorite ice cream flavor.
Moose Tracks.
Moose Tracks.
Classic Moose Tracks.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've really gotten a super specific answer like that before.
It's the best.
I love it because people are like, I love all ice cream, or I don't eat ice cream.
I will always pick Moose Tracks if it's an option.
What is in Moose Tracks again?
So it's vanilla ice cream with like a fudge swirl and peanut butter cups. What's not to love?
That sounds amazing.
What's not to love about that?
Is there like a favorite brand or place you like to get it from?
Publix brand is great.
Oh. Interesting. I'll have to check it out for the holidays. Holiday Moose Tracks. Anyway, I think we have come to the end here, Kaitlyn. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Of course.
This is a little bit of a chaotic episode. I was sort of all over the place with the questions.
No, it was great.
You rolled with it very nicely. So thank you very much. And everyone else, I will see you next week for our next Deskside chat. See you later.